Welcome everybody. We are back with the next innovation pitches of the category, now I lost my cue, of the category Smart Settlement and Urbanization, with the wonderful Fatwa Murad as a moderator. She is the director of the ICT Incubator of Syria and our WSA expert. I'm going to call her on stage right now and give the word to you. Hello, Fatwa.
Hello, Masud. Thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everybody. Happy to join you in this session for 1 hour to run through all the projects or winners actually for WSA 2020 and the group of Smart Settlement and Urbanization. Right. So our next winner coming from South Africa, Georgia, presenting for us M4Jam. Are you ready, Georgia? M4Jam?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see it, and you can start. Okay, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Georgie Midgley, and I am the CEO of M4Jam. I would like to introduce you to Maite. Maite is a 28-year-old who lives in rural Limpopo in South Africa. She lives in a shack with limited access to water and electricity. Like 55% of South Africa's youth, she is unemployed and a single mother. Maite is actively looking for a job to feed her family, but public transport costs are high, often making job seeking unaffordable. She doesn't own a computer, but she does have a mobile phone. She has very few financial prospects available to her and is feeling a general sense of desperation. M4Jam offers impoverished communities in South Africa economic opportunities. We do this by connecting brands, government, or organizations to people and small businesses in communities via their mobile device and leveraging the gig economy. The gig economy can play a vital role in supplementing income and providing much needed temporary employment. And we have positioned ourselves to be the bridge to bridge the gap between unemployment and employment in South Africa. So how does it work? The gig workers that complete the incentivized microtasks are called jobbers. In order to register to become a jobber, you go onto our website or app and create an account. Jobbers can then view and complete microtasks that are available. These tasks could be training, surveys, data collection, merchandising, community upliftment projects, and audit, to name a few. Tasks are localized so that our jobbers can work within the communities that they live, and they do not have to travel. Within hours, the incentives are paid directly into the jobber's mobile e-wallet in the form of cash, airtime, or food hamper vouchers. So what has been our impact on the rural communities of South Africa? To date, we have 811,000 registered jobbers. This is 150% growth year on year. In 2020, 850,000 microjobs were completed, $1.5 million was paid directly to jobbers, and over 12,000 people were fed during COVID-19. However, what we are proud of is the profile of the people that we have assisted. Sorry, I'm getting some replay. Here are some stats of our jobbers from last year. 100% were previously disadvantaged individuals. 68% were unemployed. 35% had no household income. 35% had a household income of under $106 per month. 70% are under the age of 40 and 65% are female. Maite is one of the jobbers that Money4Jam assisted last year. She has earned on average $400 a month with Money4Jam, and in 2020 she managed to buy a piece of land in addition to feeding her family. M4Jam is here to make a difference in the lives of those that need it most. We are a South African born, bred and built technology solution that is crucial to the socio-economic development of South Africa, with our ultimate aim being to revolutionize lives in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgia, for committing to the time and the nice presentation, and of course, a great one to helping people in different areas and linking them to the market. Our jurors, we are waiting for your questions. Yes, Odrita, please.
Hi, thank you for such a great presentation and an amazing product. I just wanted to hear a little bit more about the jobs that people are doing. You mentioned, categories of jobs, but just thinking from, from company's perspective, that part interests me.
Okay. So the key benefit for our clients is that through crowdsourcing, they can collect real-time relevant information to assist them in making data-driven decisions while empowering communities. So we currently have about 30 clients that we interact with on a monthly basis. Some are on a retainer model, some are on a once-off model, and they could be anything from mining companies. We work with telcos, government, FMCGs, and nonprofits. But it's generally anyone who wants to connect with the community to either put out tasks, and the client's benefit is the speed at which we can get it, as well as the fact that they're actually connecting to local communities and empowering the communities while doing it. Does that answer your question, Odetta? Sorry.
That gives a lot of breadth of what type of companies are doing it. I'll let Connor ask the other question.
No, I'm going to join in with you, Odetta, and ask again, can you specifically give us an example of the types of tasks that people do? For example, you mentioned mining companies. So is it like people going into mines and doing a micro task, which is a day of mining, or can you help us to understand the tasks?
Sure. So from a mining perspective, we generally do two types of tasks. One is training. So we actually train the miners on their phones because they don't have access to computers or email addresses. And we train them on their way to work, in their lunch break, and the mine can actually communicate health and safety information and all those sort of things, that task via their phone. The second thing we do is connect the mines to the community outside their mine. So actually put out tasks. So should the mine have certain, right now as an example, we're building a school. They hire the contractor. We then connect with the community in the area to say, tomorrow I need 6 bricklayers, the next day I need 5 pavers, and we actually source those skills from the local community, and they are paid on completion of that task via our app.
Thank you, Georgia, for all your answers, and thank you for our juries, and wish you a good luck in your company future. Good luck, and wish you all the best.
I think there was one more question from Connor.
Oh, sorry.
You have Connor? He already did. You have one more question, Connor?
I'd love to sneak another one in. Yes, at the beginning of the presentation, you mentioned that M4Jam is the bridge between unemployment and employment. I'm sure you face a lot of criticism about the gig economy as you go out and operate in the world, as these are small jobs that is not full employment. So can you tell us a little bit about that bridge role that you say that you play? I might be paraphrasing, I apologize. How does a small micro task through your platform lead to the type of employment that is regular, is long-term, has health insurance? Tell us a little bit about that bridge role.
So South Africa is in a unique situation that we have a lot more matriculants coming out every year than the amount of formal jobs being created. And also people need that assistance between unemployment and employment. So we fill the gap when it comes to firstly upskilling them. So every single task that's completed requires you to be upskilled. So we upskill you before you go and do an audit, any of that, so that you can actually update your CV and have the experience to match it to that. Secondly, because we're a gig company, we often find most of our jobbers, either they're doing it because they want to study, so they're doing enough money to keep them in their studies or to study, or a lot of our jobbers have gone to buy a car and become an Uber driver. They just need that little leg up to get, some have even jobbed enough just to pay for the taxi fare to get them to that job. So in South Africa, we call it a side hustle. We are a side hustle, but we do have jobbers that consistently earn, okay, I must do the conversion in my head, but about 15,000 Rand, so call it $1,000 a month, and they've done that for 2 years consistently. So we are trying to help upskill at the same time as give them that experience to try and get them into a formal job to upgrade their CVs. And where possible, we want them to almost outgrow us. That is our aim. Our aim is to try and grow you so that you start your own business or you get a formal job.
Thank you, Georgia. Any more questions?